It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
For over a century, the Murdaugh dynasty held absolute dominion over the 14th Judicial Circuit. They were the prosecutors, the judges, the ultimate arbiters of justice. But on that humid southern night, at their secluded 1,700-acre hunting estate, known as Moselle, the family empire came crashing down in a barrage of high-velocity gunfire. First responders discovered a gruesome, highly localized crime scene near the property's dog kennels. 22-year-old Paul Murdaugh lay near the feed room door, his upper torso shattered by two devastating close-range blasts from a 12-gauge shotgun. His brain matter was completely expelled from his cranium, indicating immediate lethality. Yards away lay 52-year-old Maggie Murdaugh. She had been executed with a .300 blackout semi-automatic rifle. Forensic pathology revealed she was shot 5 times, with the final, catastrophic bullet entering the back of her skull as she crouched on the ground. A textbook display of close-range overkill. Alex Murdaugh's initial defense was absolute, an airtight alibi. He told Zalidi agents he had been asleep on the main house couch, woke up, and left to visit his ailing mother in Almeida. He claimed he was never at the kennels that evening until he returned home and stumbled upon the horrific slaughter. For months, investigators struggled against the deep-seated influence of the Murdaugh name. Crime scene security was notoriously compromised. Family friends moved freely through the estate, and mechanical data logs were missing. Yet, digital forensics was silently tracking every single second of that fatal evening. Then, a breakthrough emerged from the digital grave. Investigators successfully cracked Paul Murdaugh's locked iPhone. Hidden inside was a casual video recorded at the kennels at 8:44 p.m., less than 5 minutes before the state argued the murders occurred. Paul was filming a friend's dog. 3 voices echoed clearly on that brief recording: Paul, Maggie, and indisputably, Alex Murdaugh. The ironclad alibi crumbled instantly into a massive display of cognitive dissonance. Alex had lied to his family, his partners, and the police. He was standing right there, beside the victims minutes before their lives ended. As the state dug deeper, they unearthed a staggering financial motive. Alex Murdaugh wasn't just a prominent lawyer. He was a desperate, high-stakes white-collar thief facing imminent exposure. For over a decade, he had systematically embezzled millions of dollars from vulnerable personal injury clients, paralyzed children, and his own law firm. On the very morning of June 7th, his firm's chief financial officer had confronted Alex about missing legal fees. A multi-million-dollar wrongful death lawsuit stemming from a fatal 2019 boat crash involving his son. Paul was also about to force a complete disclosure of his hidden, decimated finances. He was hours away from total ruin. The prosecution's theory solidified. Alex executed his own family to create an immediate shield of sympathy, buying valuable time to stall the impending financial exposure and legal disbarment. To save his prestigious name, he allegedly sacrificed the lives of those he claimed to protect above all else. The 6-week trial in Walterboro became South Carolina's trial of the century. The defense fought fiercely, highlighting the lack of direct physical evidence. No murder weapons were ever recovered, and no blood-soaked clothing was found on Alex when police arrived. They argued a loving father could never perform such butchery. In an astonishing, high-risk gambit, Alex Murdaugh took the witness stand in his own defense. Tears streamed down his face as he admitted to the jury that his severe, decade-long opioid addiction had made him paranoid, causing him to lie about his presence at the dog kennels. He looked the jurors in the eyes and denied the execution. But prosecutor Creighton Waters launched a relentless, devastating cross-examination. For 2 grueling days, Waters dismantled Murdaugh's carefully crafted facade, highlighting how easily he had lied to his closest allies for decades. The jury saw a master manipulator who could turn his emotions on and off like a faucet. On March 2, 2023, after less than 3 hours of deliberation, the jury returned a lightning-fast verdict: guilty on all counts. Judge Clifton Newman sentenced Alex Murdaugh to 2 consecutive life terms without parole, delivering a scathing rebuke from the bench about the tragic degradation of a storied legal lineage. But this sprawling Southern Gothic tragedy refused to stay buried. In a stunning legal twist, on May 13, 2026, the South Carolina Supreme Court completely overturned Alex Murdaugh's double murder convictions. The state's highest court ruled unanimously that the right to an impartial jury was flagrantly violated. The sudden reversal centered around allegations of egregious jury tampering by Colleton County Court Clerk Rebecca Hill. The High Court determined that Hill had improperly pressured jurors during the 2023 trial, advising them not to be fooled by the defense's presentation. Fatal breach of constitutional protections that sent this historic case right back to square one. Though Murdaugh remains behind bars, serving a 40-year sentence for his massive financial crimes, the ghosts of Moselle are once again denied final rest. As prosecutors prepare to retry the double homicide case, the families are dragged back into the light of public scrutiny, their private grief transformed into endless legal warfare. The saga of Alex Murdaugh reveals a chilling truth about human nature and power, that the grander the facade, the deeper the darkness it often hides. Trust, legacy, and family can be completely disintegrated by the devastating weight of unbridled greed and systemic arrogance. When the ultimate arbiters of justice become the architects of absolute horror, where can a community turn to find true peace? The gavel may fall and trials may reset, but the shattered lives left in their wake can never be truly repaired. To follow every dark twist of this unfolding dynasty, subscribe to the Human Files. Stay safe. Stay alive.